welcome back to my YouTube channel, Drumming Psychology, and we're going to this month address the idea of teaching kids drum lessons. And my videos are going to be a little shorter from now on out, so these will be kind of quick tips and under a few minutes. So if you're like me, you might be teaching kids elementary school level, maybe middle school level, and that could make up a lot of your drum teaching. So I'm going to give you some quick ideas about how to keep those kids engaged, because kids, their attention span goes backwards and forwards, it ebbs and flows, and you need to keep them engaged with different activities as well as trying to enhance their drumming abilities. So the first few things that I would invest in if I were a teacher, these are very low budget things you can do really easily. Invest in a small whiteboard. You can buy these at Walmart. These are very cheap, and basically kids love to draw, and I teach them notes and subdivisions, and we write out beats and fills if that's what we're working on. But I like to have them write those things out. They love actually writing on marker boards. I bring in different color markers, and I'm sure that's something that's very similar to what they do in school. So this is a very cheap way to engage them. You can spend actually several minutes, 5, even 10 minutes of a lesson actually working on learning notes and parts of the drum. Anything that's something that they can be creative with and write out. That's a really cheap and easy way to do it. Another thing that I found that works really well is just get a pair of dice. These are, in any board game, you can pick up a pair of these, and we roll these during the lesson, and the numbers can mean various things. It's up to you. You can be as creative as you want. Sometimes if we roll a certain number, that's the number of beats that they have to play. It could be the number of drums that they have to hit. It could be the number of seconds that they have to rest while they're playing. So you can be creative and get some die and let them play that game. I've had actually kids say, hey, can we play the dice game this week? And so that's a real quick and easy thing to keep them engaged. I oftentimes bring in things from home. So one of the things you can actually use is a pot lid. This is just from a kitchen pot lid. But I use a real thick one that has kind of different surfaces so they can learn to play with rhythms, and it actually does sound pretty good in the lesson room. But the handle has a sound, and the outside rim here and so forth has different sounds, and so pot lids kind of keep them engaged. It's fun, and they can actually play rhythmically on that. Now, if you want some other ideas for things that are just slightly more expensive but not tremendously, invest in something like a ching ring, as I have a picture of it. I have this in my lesson room. These are $15, made by Meinl, and they're really nice, fun little accessories for your drum lessons. You can put the ching ring on a cymbal, and it creates kind of a sizzle effect. You can put them on drums, and it gives the drum a different sound. In other words, it's just something to change up what they might be normally learning, create different sounds for them. They find that really interesting. And another method that I've picked up that I was really kind of surprised with was actually just bringing in some mallets. These are some mallets that I've had for a long time, and I brought them in to show them crescendos on cymbals, and I was amazed at how much they liked that. I had several students, after I showed them the mallets, they actually went to the store and bought mallets right after that. So that was really kind of impressive to me. And again, you can teach them dynamics. You can talk to them about crescendos, decrescendos, and they often like to play with the mallets on the drums. So there's a lot of different things that they can do to enhance their creativity. But they can pick up a pair of mallets really easily and start to engage in drums that way. So those are some quick tips. In the lesson notes, there's a PDF below. There's a couple other exercises that I've heard about and learned about. I'll give you those tips as well. There's also kind of a variety of other lesson tips out there on the internet. So this is just one video to help you engage kids. It can be a challenge teaching kids. Like I say, their attention span sometimes isn't the longest, and we offer half-hour and 1-hour lessons, and so sometimes I kind of feel like I have some control in the 30-minute lesson, but then in the 1-hour lesson I have to get more creative and get ways to engage them more. So hopefully these tips give you something that you can do and help kids learn drums, because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is really help kids fall in love with this great instrument and learn how to play drums better every day. If you have any other tips, please let me know. You can respond to the comments below. I hope this helps you out this month, and be back next month for another tip on how to play better drums and to be a better student and a better drum teacher. Thanks a lot. We'll see you again.